Republic smashes competition once again. We are happy to announce that Republic TV is the undisputed all-India leader across languages with 5% gain across the country. Republic Media Network is the largest and most watched network. In fact, the data also there on your screens. It's a 5% gain across the country. Republic Bharat having smashed Aaj Tak once again, India's largest, most watched network. We are happy to announce that Republic is once again.
रिपब्लिक भारत नंबर 1 है. अविश्वास प्रस्ताव पर
is once again the largest and most watched network. Republic number 1 across languages. Republic Bharat smashing all the competition and all the media networks. It's the largest news network. Republic being India's most watched channel. So Republic TV there having taken that first slot again. It's India's largest news network, further gaining market share with number 1 spot once again. So it's unmatched leadership for Republic. Republic Bharat in fact has now become Hindi's number 1 channel. Republic TV surging with further lead. It's unmatched leadership for Republic, creating historic record once again and smashing the competition like how it's 5% gain across India. Republic Media Network is once again the largest and most watched network. Let's go across to Executive Editor Niranjan joining us. Niranjan, over to you. Tell us, how our coverage, how our investigation reports have time and again set the agenda for networks across multiple languages.
Well, there have been a lot of attempts by many of these huge landing networks. And the reason why I call them landing networks, because they control the cable networks. Some of these networks are owned by big businessmen, and they essentially get an advantage, undue advantage. Let me tell you what has happened this week. Despite all the crores and crores that big channels spend, and they spend, they have, some channels have budgets of 100, 200, 300 crore per year only on distribution and landing. But there's something remarkable that happens every time when it comes to Republic. Content eventually wins Samiksha. And it's a big victory, not just for Republic TV, but the entire Republic Media Network. You look at the performance of Republic Bangla, hands down, the most watched channel in Bengal, most popular. In prime time, they have a lead of almost 10 to 12%. That's Republic Bangla. Now, as far as Republic Bharat is concerned, this week, once again, beating Aaj Tak convincingly. Now, why is this week critical? Why are these numbers critical? It comes on the back of perhaps the most newsy weeks that you will have in this year. You've had the parliament coverage. You've had all the political debates, all the political action. You've had the political turn with a new alliance being formed before 2024. So you have parliament, you have the build-up to 2024, and you have the Chandrayaan coverage. So perhaps this is the biggest news weeks in a very, very long time, perhaps in the biggest in this year. We don't know how the news cycle will pan out, but the Republic Media Network is the most watched across languages. Now, looking at this particular week's numbers, let me tell you there is a clear 5% gap in the numbers for Republic English alone. And I have the numbers with me that have just come in. The numbers for Republic TV in some of the, I'm talking about across India, and we are number 1 across India, across English markets. See, what happens is across India, we have a total reach of about 38 crore. That's how many people we reach across the country. That's how many people have access to Republic Media Network. Now, our numbers in the English markets have exceeded once again all time bands over 35%. Now, across India, our numbers are 37% all time bands across the country in some of the cuts that I have access to. I've just got the numbers. I've gone through the numbers. And let me also tell you, I have the numbers for Hindi as well, and I have the numbers for Bangla as well. And I'm looking at more of these numbers, and convincingly there is one story that's coming out that every time there is a big news event, people across the country switch to the Republic Media Network. In fact, let me tell you, some heartwarming pictures came in yesterday, Samiksha, when we were covering Chandrayaan 3 moon landing, and I was at the ISRO center. And these are moments when who's watching which channel, and a lot of people are posting pictures of that moment when they watched the landing on the moon, and they were watching Republic TV. In fact, some of them even put out videos, and in those videos you can see that they're watching Republic TV. Now, it's not just any big event. Day after day, week after week, and it's been 6 years since we launched, 6 years and 3 months, and convincingly, Republic TV has led from the front. We have been at the forefront, and I don't think any other channel has been able to do that. 327 or 328 weeks, I'm not really sure of the exact number. It's about 327 weeks. I think I may be wrong. I'll just go back and check that. But we have been the number one channel non-stop across India. And I put out those numbers as well across the network, not just in English, not just in Hindi, not just in Bangla. So if there is one network across India that is leading across languages, leading across genres, leading across time bands, and is super dominant in the super prime time, that is the Republic Media Network. And 5% lead across India is a big, big number. And what happens in ratings is this is a 4-week rolling average, which means this is an average of the last 4 weeks that you will get today. And what has happened in the last 4 weeks? In the last 4 weeks, you've had the entire parliament coverage. In the last 4 weeks, you've had the entire political coverage of the INDIA alliance and all the controversies that have followed. In the last 4 weeks, you've had this build-up to Chandrayaan. And I think it's a beautiful moment. Once again, thanking all our viewers. We are thanking all our viewers for being with us. This is the biggest vindication for us, and has always been. And we'd like to thank our viewers once again for being with us in this journey and for trusting Republic TV. Trusting Republic TV. And, we like to tell people that, when it is an election, when it is any political story, any big controversy, any big investigative story, people immediately, by default, tune into Republic TV. And I'll tell you why. It's a tricky situation for channels today. And there is a huge churn, a huge debate going around some channels that have, enjoyed traditionally being the number one. They can't take the fact that there is a network called Republic that came in and beat them to it, and by means of pure content became number one. They don't like it. I'll tell you why. Across India, you switch on your TV, right? The moment you switch on your TV, there is a channel that comes first, and that is called the landing channel. And some networks have enjoyed that default habit of being there when you switch on the TV, right? You will see that channel first. And despite that, that's how they've been able to, make up some of those numbers to portray themselves as number one in maybe a few cuts. But week after week, despite them having the advantage, the numbers of the Republic Media Network, not just in Hindi, even in English, telling you the story of how we, through pure content, through pure performance, and the trust of our viewers, have been able to sort of get these numbers and maintain these numbers and consolidate on these numbers day after day, week after week. And that is why we wanted to take this opportunity to thank all our viewers. Today is a very, very special week for us because, so much is happening across the country, and very heartwarming messages also coming in of our coverage of Chandrayaan 3 moon landing yesterday. And we wanted to take this opportunity to thank all our viewers for being with us and making us the number one channel 328 weeks straight, 327, 328 weeks. I'll just get the exact number, but it is a big moment for us. And Republic Bharat steamrolling Aaj Tak once again. I mean, it's become a habit now, week after week. And we'd like to thank our viewers across the Hindi-speaking markets, what we call the HSM markets, and in all India English markets for English, and in Bengal, of course, the heartthrob of Bengal, that is Republic Bangla, that speaks truth to power. And let's see if we can get some of our colleagues as well on the broadcast. Maybe we'll try and dial our editor-in-chief as well and get him on the broadcast as well. But Aishwarya Shavan will also be joining us on this broadcast along with Abhishek. Nupur is there. Nupur has been with us, in the newsroom. And through many of these, discussions we've had, especially when ratings come in. But Nupur, I think you've been covering the newswheel every morning. I mean, morning to afternoon, you're there. It's been an eventful last 1 month, isn't it? An eventful last 1 month with the parliament coverage, the heat of the political battle, and with Chandrayaan 3. How have you covered the news in the last 1 month?
Oh yes,
before.
absolutely.
What's it been like in the newsroom?
It's been quite exciting in the past 1 month. It's been very, very news heavy this past 1 month, and I think everybody at Republic TV has given it their best. Just to take you through all those people who are working here still in the newsroom, in the news floor. It's been very exciting, this journey. And of course, ratings essentially, Niranjan, are a testament to the hard work that our team puts in every morning and through the day, of course. But, for people on the morning band, it is fantastic to see these ratings come in, every Thursday, and a testament, as I said, to the hard work that we put in.
Well, absolutely. And some of them are, what many people don't know is what powers the Republic TV newsroom. Most of them in their early 20s, I won't even say mid-20s or late 20s, many of them in their early 20s. And for them, this is the biggest vindication, isn't it? Samiksha. And let me try and see if we can go across to Abhishek, Aishwarya, Shavan, Dipti, if they can join us live on this broadcast as well. Essentially, we wanted to thank our viewers for having faith in us, for trusting us, and for watching and, just tuning into Republic Media Network. Nothing else means more to us. And, yesterday I was at the ISTRAC Center, Newport, and I think we have some celebrations in the Republic Bharat newsroom as well. Let's cut across there to the Republic Bharat newsroom for a few minutes.
तो रिपब्लिक भारत हर खबर आप तक पहुंचती है, चाहे वो गांव हो, कस्बा हो, कोई भी बड़ी से बड़ी खबर, छोटी से छोटी खबर बारीकी से समझाते हैं, उसकी जांच पड़ताल करते हैं और अपने दर्शकों तक ये खबर पहुंचाते हैं। तभी तो आपका इतना प्यार मिल रहा है, और ये नहीं कि एक बार मिल रहा है। और फिर हम आपका शुक्रिया अदा करेंगे, आपसे निवेदन करेंगे कि हर खबर के लिए आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ रिपब्लिक भारत के साथ ही जुड़े रहना है
और ये प्यार भी बरकरार रखना है। तो सेलिब्रेशन का मौका तो है ही, लेकिन साथ ही साथ सुजाता, आप जिम्मेदारी निभाने का भी मौका आ गया। मतलब ये कि अब खबरों की तरफ थोड़ा सा रुख करते हैं और बात करेंगे यहाँ पर हिमाचल प्रदेश की।
All our viewers, and I'm handing it back to you on that note, to the entire newsroom, to Sarika, to Nupur, and to Samiksha, handing it over to you. While we thank our viewers once again for having faith in the Republic Media Network. 328 weeks, I think. Now, we launched in May 2017. It's been a fantastic journey, and week after week, this has been the story, isn't it? And this is happening at a very interesting time when BARC will be providing raw data to all channels, raw data which will be the true representation, we hope, of how people watch and consume television news. So it's very interesting times, and no more. I mean, you don't need a bigger vindication. 37%, and the number two channel is at least. Let me open that number. I have that number, all India, in some of these cuts, and I'm just going to open that once again. Just bear with me, and while I open that number, let me tell you there is 37%, and the number two channel is 27% in this particular category. And we are 37%. The number two channel is 27%. Number three channel is 26%. And the number four channel is at 10%. So that's the kind of a gap that you're seeing. 10% gap, all India. And it is only going to get stronger. Back to you for now. I think the ISRO chief is giving a soundbite somewhere. That's more important right now. Let's go across to that. Back to you for now. I think the ISRO chief is speaking somewhere. If we have that, let's cut across.